Hello, Dr. Auger here, and I'm actually here with my daughter Reagan to demonstrate some exercises and stretches that are going to be very important to your care. If you remember back towards one of the earlier discussions we had about the protocol for getting the best results, we talked about 70% of your results coming from your adjustments and 30% of your results coming from lifestyle and from exercises and stretches. Well, this video is part of that 30%. We're going to show you some very specific exercises and stretches to do that are going to help make your adjustments more effective for you. You're going to get better results, you're going to save time, and you're going to save money. And those are two very valuable assets. There will be a link to download this particular paper, which has on the first page a number of different exercises and stretches that you can do. Very self-explanatory. Pictures, words, really not a lot of explanation needed. However, there are two very specific stretches and exercises where more explanation is needed and even demonstration is needed, and that's why I have Reagan here with me today. Those instructions are going to be on the second page here for what's called the bed hang exercise, and then the third page, the Cobra exercise. Well, and all of this will be downloadable. You'll have it on the link below the video. But the bed hang exercise and the Cobra exercise are two exercises that I think require a little more discussion and attention. Don't disregard the ones on the front just because we're not spending a lot of time on them. They are just as important. But I want to talk to you about the bed hang and the Cobra exercise. You know, when I see patients initially, one of the primary things, almost day in, day out, is people with their head shifted forward and some degree of loss of curve in their spine, particularly their neck. And what we need to do is we need to work hard on that to make your adjustments more effective. And there are two things you can do, the bed hang exercise and the Cobra exercise, that are going to allow your adjustments to be that much more effective. See, when your head goes forward like this, these muscles, they stretch forward, and we need to stretch them backwards. And then when your head goes forward like this, these muscles, they get weak, and we need to strengthen these muscles. And that's what these two exercises do. Cause this to allow for the curve to come back into the spine, and these muscles here to allow you to hold the position. So what we're going to do is put Reagan in the position for what we call the bed hang exercise. And why we call it the bed hang exercise is the easiest place to do it is in your bed, laying sideways, where you waterfall your head over the side of your bed. But it's not the only place to do it. You could do it off the edge of a stair or anywhere where you can waterfall your head. So I'm going to have Reagan assume that position. Would you do that for me? So now picture Reagan laying sideways on her bed. Obviously you have a headboard and a footboard, so you can't do this head to toe. You've got to do it sideways. And she's inching off the side of her bed. Right now, as you can see, her head is touching, and I don't want that, so I want you to come off the bed a little bit more until the head, and she's very flexible, very young, very flexible. You will probably not be able to go as far as she's going, but at some point, your head is going to be freely hanging. It's not going to be touching here. It's obviously not going to be touching the floor, and it's just going to be freely hanging. When you get to that position, you are in the correct position for the bed hang exercise. Now you want to stay here for 30 seconds to a minute to 2 minutes to start off with, okay? But as you build up tolerance for this, okay, you're going to add more seconds, more minutes to the length of time you're doing this. Ultimately, I want you to get to 20 minutes. Now, I didn't pick 20 minutes out of the hat. I picked 20 minutes because the research says 20 minutes. 20 minutes is, the first 10 minutes is warm up. The second 10 minutes is where the permanent changes take place to the muscles, the ligaments, and the tendons. And that's where we want to get. We want to get into that second 10 minutes, that last 10 minutes of the 20. It's not a race. Take your time. Add 30 seconds, 40 seconds every day, every other day, every 3 days. until you make it to that 20-minute mark. Once you get to that 20-minute mark, you stay there. Research shows that there's no additional benefit after those first 20 minutes, so there's no sense in doing it any longer. And I want you to do this once a day. It's a 20-minute commitment a day to get on your bed. Well, it's 20 minutes commitment when you get to that point. Initially, it's a 1 to 2 minute commitment a day. That will be a 3, a 4, a 5, a 10, a 15, a 20-minute commitment. And it's going to lengthen these muscles and allow room for the adjustments to move that cervical curve forward into that curve the way we need it to be. Now there's another exercise that helps the head stay in the position once we get the head in the right position, and that's what's called the Cobra exercise. Okay? So we want to demonstrate that. Reagan, if you would come up. Okay, we finished the bed hang exercise. Now let's talk about the Cobra exercise. The Cobra exercise, you need to be lying face down. On the floor, on the bed, either one would be acceptable. You want to put your hands in the small of your back, palms up, and overlap the hands. Good. And now the key here is we want to bring the shoulder blades together. The way to do that is to bring the elbows together. Think about pinching your finger in between the two shoulder blades. Once you've done that, that's part one. Second part is you want to bring your chin out and your head back like this. Okay? And you want to hold that position for 10 seconds. Okay? This is going to strengthen all of these muscles right in here that are going to keep your head back, keep you from going forward, which is the way gravity is pulling you. So relax again for me, please. Hands back. We're going to do it one more time. Hands small of the back, overlapping, palms up. Squeeze my finger. Don't do the head yet. Just squeeze my finger. Come on, bring it back. Squeeze it. Give me a good one. There you go. Now bring your head back. All right, hold that position right there. You're going to do 10 of those for 10 seconds. Relax. You may not be able to do 10 for 10 seconds to start off. You can relax your hands. You may only be able to do 5 for 5 seconds or 3 for 5 seconds. Your goal is to work up to being able to do 10 of those and hold them for 10 seconds each. Once you do that, you're at your max. You just continue to do that each day. Really, 10 seconds, 10 of them, that's 100 seconds. It doesn't take a long time to do this, but you need to work at it. These two things, the bed hang exercise and the Cobra, are going to be essential for us to get the best results in the shortest amount of time. And that's what it's all about.